So, lately I've been discussing whether or not you can rebuild trust or have the same kind of love in a relationship where one of the two parties has been disloyal or has breached trust of the other person. And it's my feeling, as someone that's been cheated on several times before by other people in past relationships, that you have one perception of the person that you're with, and once they disabuse you of the way you think they are, then it can never go back to the way it was. And while I'm sure there are a lot of relationships where people have been cheated on and they have been able to forgive their significant other and be happy with them, I don't think it can ever be the same. And I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't really care about the person the same way, because you're not going to stop caring. You know, you just because you're wronged doesn't mean that like you can turn off your feelings. But you know, it's difficult to know whether or not you should stay with them, you know, because it's just, you never really can get back the trust for me. Like, I know that people I've loved that have just, you know, destroyed my trust. I didn't stop loving them. I just couldn't believe what they told me after that point. I just had to see them like as a different person. So I don't know if I only know from my experience, obviously. I mean, for the most part, whenever you hear stories about infidelity, you always hear that it's impossible to change someone, I guess. Not that that's really the goal, but that it doesn't make any sense to stay with the person that cheated on you. But I don't know, I guess it comes down to whether or not I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with someone that didn't treat me the way I deserved to be treated, I guess. It's just frustrating, because like that's what I'm dealing with at the moment, where some like one day it'll seem like I can forget about it and not worry about something that was in the past, but then also I know that history repeats itself and that it's not going to change what happened, I guess. Like, wanting to fix things on his part doesn't change the fact that it happened, and that I don't feel secure with him anymore, or that like I don't feel desirable like by him. Like, I feel like I was born in like the perfect time to be cheated on, because, you know, all the talk of like feminism and girl power and of the 90s, you know, talking about how you're empowered when you leave, and that you're better off instead of trapped, and that, you know, the person that's being cheated on isn't at fault. Like, I mean, I've known these things growing up, luckily, and that's not the way it's always been. And so like I feel lucky about that, and that like I'm still secure as like the person that I am and my personality and all that junk, but I just don't feel secure with him, and I don't really know what to do about it. But I didn't really too much feel like typing all this bullshit out. I'm just needed something cathartic and immediate. So I guess it is what it is.